Hi y'all, it's Rebecca Michael back with another YouTube video, and this one's on narc or psychopath, depends on the degree of severity, schemes and manipulative tactics. So for the schemes, they can take a myriad of forms. They use smoke and mirrors techniques, especially with covert narcs. The overt ones, you can see them coming. But the covert ones, they're much more hidden and sly. So the smoke is what they are allowing you to see or hear, and the mirrors, which is often the opposite of what they are doing. So look for the sleight of hand. Watch what they're in the process of doing, not what they're saying, not what they're showing you. Look where they don't want you to see or hear, and that'll be the real truth of what they're up to, schemes-wise. So an example of schemes, typical schemes that they'll be using, for example, they'll scapegoat an ex or any other type of target. So it could be any relationship, could be in family or whatever. But it'll be an abuse target they're scapegoating with the false victim act via lies of omission or commission. So they're leaving things out of the story so you don't get the full picture here. And they're doing this to lure or secure or recycle a new target or recycle an old target that's been shelved and discarded, and quite possibly for years. So the reason, for example, they do this scheme, and I'll have 6 reasons here, are to replace the last target. They could be doing this all together. That's the first one, replace the last or with a new target, or a recycled one. Or number 2, manufacture jealousy and competition over them. So that's called triangulation, and this is extremely typical of them. Only really cluster Bs regularly engage in that. That's a manipulative tactic to power you down. Number 3 is to recruit targets as flying monkeys to abuse the real victim of abuse by proxy. Number 4 is to avoid accountability for the abuse of their last targets, who are on the discard devalue stage of the Kanban stage that I talked about in another video. Number 5, to make the duped next target or flying monkeys feel special or chosen over the last one, for example, the last ex or family member, whoever they're doing this with. And they do this with fake idealization or re-idealization of that target and false validation. It's all a ruse, is what I'm saying. And so this is all a rotten foundation on lies, gaslighting, and betrayal of the last target or targets. It's a rotten foundation. It's going to fail and backfire. So the 6th one is to power down the last abused, discarded, and shelved target for possible recycling later if they have a use for them again. Because they're leaving unresolved conflict and no closure. This is typical of them, to just ghost with no closure. They don't want conflict resolution. They want you insecure and powered down. Remember, they're after power, not love. These are called dominance bonds. It's a con bond. It's not real. So their manipulation tactics. Now I'm just going to go through a few of their really common ones. So see the description box for a link to terms and definitions, which I'll be putting in after I upload the video. So most are self-explanatory, their manipulation tactics, if you know the definitions from that link, for example, that I'm going to leave in the box because it's too much to cover here. But you need to know this, as they do not think as we do. But they all play by the same playbook of tricks. Otherwise, you're going to be tricked and duped. So here are a short abbreviated list of most of their common manipulative tactics. So I'm covering 7 tactics here. Number 1, gaslighting. This is to put self-doubt in you. If you challenge them, you're going to get a bunch of basically BS. That you didn't see what you saw, you didn't hear what you read. The stories are full of holes, but no, it's not that, it's this. So what they're trying to do is get you off your gut instinct is telling you something's wrong here. That's what the gaslighting's for. Number 2 is triangulation. I've already covered that, but they'll manufacture jealousy in order for you to compete over the narc, and they create false rivalries that weren't there before. So they do this, for example, by flaunting new or recycled supply, or posting on social media. You're supposed to feel inferior to this or what. Don't buy it. It's all just to manage you down, to make you feel inferior or insecure. Don't buy it. It's all manipulation. So the third one is they recruit flying monkeys instead of conflict resolution with the target. So they don't go into counseling, or they don't directly resolve things with the target. Instead, they'll be behind your back recruiting flying monkeys, enemy allies. And this is to abuse by proxy as well. They're trying to get other people to abuse and manage your power down. Once again, that's what it's for. So any flying monkeys out there, you need to know that you'll be next, because they do this with anyone they get close to. If you start asking too many questions or challenging basically their fake BS stories or whatever. So number 4, smear campaigns. So recruiting flying monkeys works along with the smear campaigns that they're usually starting behind your back. So that'll be betrayal, backstabbing, often couched as fake concern. They'll be using the fake victim persona often, or failed hero stories. So, they really tried hard, but this last abuse, the real abuse target they were just too difficult, right? But no, they didn't try to resolve anything. They're actually trying to manage that target down. So this is all for very distorted, what you'll hear, and or outright lies. They'll use deflection and stonewalling. These are techniques to get you off the truth. Once you're starting to ask questions that you're starting to dime them out, well, this is to avoid accountability for abuse, or avoid conflict resolution, because they don't want conflict resolution. They want you insecure and powered down. They are not after love. Once again, this is a con bond. This is a dominance bond. This is not real. That's not what you're doing. What we have is real bonds. That's not what they're doing. So another technique they use is love dosing, if you're in the relationship, or they're trying to hoover you back in or recycle you back in. It's called breadcrumbing, or stringing you along. That's to recycle an abused target. Also malicious hoovering. So the target will break no contact to defend themselves on false accusations and bogus narc entitlement rage. It's bogus. They know the truth. They know that they have no right to be angry, that they're the abuser. So what are they doing? Coming at you with false accusations, projection that they're actually doing themselves. So they'll accuse you of cheating and things like that, when they're the ones engaging in that. They're trying to get you to defend yourself, is what they're doing. Or they're just having a bogus narc rage at you. It's like a spoiled child's tantrum, because that's about all you're dealing with. So normal people do not regularly engage in this manipulative behavior and schemes. Okay, narcs do. This is how you know it's a hallmark of cluster Bs. So normal people try to prove they're trustworthy. They try to make you feel secure in the relationship. Narcs don't want that. They're trying to power you down so that you're fearful insecure about losing them. You're feeling inferior to others, etc., that you may be replaced. For example, that's what the triangulation's about. Don't buy that. It's all, I'm trying to keep this family friendly and not use the curse words, but you can fill in the blanks. So that's what the triangulation's about. They're trying to get you to compete over them, or they're trying to power you down under somebody else, even prostitutes or whatever. They're trying to power you down. For example, if you're a wife, an ex. So pay attention to their actions and not their words. Pay attention to their track record, because that's what's true. So you got to look for evidence here. Vet everything they say and do, because it's suspect. It is suspect. You know, they're probably trying to manipulate you for some reason, for some self-gain. That's what they're after. So see the description box for a helpful link for more information, because they don't think the way we do. And this will help you a lot so that you can counteract them and heal from the trauma that they have left you with as the real abused target. And so that's all I have to say for today. Ciao for now, Phoenix. Back soon.